ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा माह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयूतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांदा राधा कांदा नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशैति तारिणे मूकं करोति। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भगवद्सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकीम्। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रिये। हरे कृष्ण. So we are reading verse number 33, canto 3, chapter 32. So Kapila Deva's teachings continue. And the title of the chapter is Entanglement in Fruitive Activities. यथेन्द्रियैः पृथग्द्वारैरर्थो बहुगुणाश्रयः एको नानेयते तद्वत् भगवान् शास्त्रवर्त्माभिः. One more time. यथेन्द्रियात् पृथक् द्वारैर् अर्थो बहुगुणाश्रयः एको नान्यते तद्वात् भगवान् शास्त्रवर्त्माभिः. So word by word meaning yatha as indriyai by the senses, prathak dwarai in different ways, artha an object, bahuguna many qualities, ashraya endowed with, eka one, nana differently, tyate is perceived, tadvad similarly, Bhagavan the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shastra Vatmabhihi according to different scriptural injunctions. So, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A single object is appreciated differently by different senses due to its having different qualities. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is one, but according to different scriptural injunctions, He appears to be different. Purport. It appears that by following the path of Jnana Yoga or empiric philosophical speculation, one reaches the impersonal Brahman, whereas by executing devotional service in Krishna consciousness, one enriches his faith in and devotion to the personality of Godhead. But it is stated here that both Bhakti Yoga and Jnana Yoga are meant for reaching the same destination, the personality of Godhead. By the process of Jnana Yoga, the same personality of Godhead appears to be impersonal, as the same object appears to be different when perceived by different senses. The same Supreme Lord appears to be impersonal by mental speculation. A hill appears cloudy from a distance, and one who does not know may speculate that the hill is a cloud. Actually, it is not a cloud, it is a big hill. One has to learn from authority that the sight of a cloud is not actually a cloud but a hill. If one makes a little more progress, then instead of a cloud, he sees the hill and something green. When one actually approaches the hill, he will see many varieties. Another example is in perceiving milk. When we see milk, we see that it is white. When we taste it, it appears that milk is very palatable. When we touch milk, it appears very cold. When we smell milk, it appears to have a very good flavor. And when we hear, we understand that it is called milk. Perceiving milk with different senses, we say that it is something white, something very delicious, something very aromatic, and so on. Actually, it is milk. Similarly, those who are trying to find the Supreme Godhead by mental speculation may approach the bodily effulgence or the impersonal Brahman. And those who are trying to find the Supreme Godhead by yoga practice may find him as a localized super soul. But those who are directly trying to approach the Supreme Truth by practice of Bhakti Yoga can see him face to face as the Supreme Person. Ultimately, the Supreme Person is the destination of all different processes. The fortunate person who, by following the principles of scriptures, becomes completely purified of all material contamination, surrenders unto the Supreme Lord as everything, just as one can appreciate the real taste of milk with the tongue and not with the eyes, nostrils, or ears. One can similarly appreciate the absolute truth perfectly and with all relishable pleasure only through one path, devotional service. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Bhaktyamam apijanati. If one wants to understand the absolute truth in perfection, he must take to devotional service. Of course, no one can understand the absolute truth in all perfection. That is not possible for the infinitesimal living entities. But the highest point of understanding by the living entity is reached by discharge of devotional service, not otherwise. And by following various scriptural paths, one may come to the impersonal effulgence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The transcendental pleasure derived from merging or merging with or understanding the impersonal Brahman is very extensive because Brahman is Ananda. The transcendental pleasure derived from merging with or understanding the impersonal Brahman is very extensive because Brahman is Ananda. Tad Brahman is Kalamananda. Brahmananda is unlimited. But that unlimited pleasure can also be surpassed. That is the nature of the transcendence. The unlimited can be surpassed also, and that higher platform is Krishna. When one deals directly with Krishna, the mellow and the humor relished by reciprocation of devotional service is incomparable, even with the pleasure derived from transcendental Brahman. Prabodhananda Saraswati therefore says that Kaivalya, the Brahman pleasure, is undoubtedly very great and is appreciated by many philosophers. But to a devotee who has understood how to derive pleasure from exchanging devotional service with the Lord, this unlimited Brahman appears to be hellish. Therefore, one should try to transcend even the Brahman pleasure in order to approach the position of dealing with Krishna face to face. As the mind is center of all the activities of the senses, Krishna is called the master of the senses, Hrishikesha. The process is to fix the mind on Hrishikesha or Krishna, as Maharaja Amrisha did. Sabai mana Krishna padara vindayo. Bhakti is the basic principle of all processes. Without bhakti, neither Jnana Yoga nor Ashtanga Yoga can be successful. And unless one approaches Krishna, the principles of self-realization have no ultimate destination. Hare Krishna. So here, this verse is saying that the picture of absolute truth that we realize depends on the process that we follow. Just like an object perceived through different senses can appear differently. So this is like what is 1 to 11 Bhagavatam. It is one more time we are going through this one. So in the earlier verses, Lord Kapiladev has advised Mother Devahuti that taking shelter of the lotus feet, that is the ultimate. And he has explained how the karmis get caught up in the jungle of forest. That is the fruitive reactions of fruitive activities. They are entangled. Just like chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita. And chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita, Lord explains the true knowledge in which one has to act so that the reactions are already burned in the fire of knowledge. So one has to have the true perception, what the Lord is and what you are. So only then we can disentangle ourselves from our fruitive activities. So here in the first paragraph, Srila Prabhupada is saying, taking the example of we are very familiar with the example of the hill that is perceived from a distance. From a very big distance, it will just appear to be another cloud, heavy cloud in the sky. But as we approach, we can see it is something green, it is a hill maybe. But when we go there, enter the hill, we can see we can experience the complete nature in there. We know that there are other living entities there. There are trees and animals. And so that is, this is the example, first example that we are taught in Bhagavad Gita to appreciate the difference between impersonal Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. That is, impersonal Brahman is that we are mistaking the hill for a cloud. Then Paramatma is little going closer and we are having a, oh, okay, there is, there, it is a green hill. And then Bhagavan is actually experiencing the presence of the trees and shrubs and living entities there. There is plurality in the ultimate reality. So, the next example is that of the milk. Milk, we can see it is a white liquid. We can taste, oh, it tastes very palatable. And then we can smell it. Oh, it's fragrant. The smell of hot milk, right? So, and the babies gulp it down. They drink so much with a delight. And we have the picture of Krishna pushing the calf and drinking the milk directly from the cow's udder. So but only with the tongue, when we taste it, we have, oh, this is a very wonderful, we get. So with the not with the eyes or with the nose, we can get a proper perception of what milk is. So similarly, the process that we follow, that is, if we are following the path of jnana, what jnana yogis do, they refrain from indulging their senses. They say, neti, neti, this is not it, this is not it. Then what is it? They reserve their senses to experience that impersonal Brahman. But what the yogis do, yogis meditate for so many thousands of years to have darshan of Paramatma in the heart. There is a very established yoga practices, as we have as we learn in the chapter 6 Dhyana Yoga, to experience Paramatma, localized aspect of Bhagavan in the heart. But the Bhakti Yogi directly engages in his senses in the worship of the Lord. And he becomes like, his senses become purified. Like Srila Prabhupada says, a rod placed in the fire, a rod of iron placed in fire becomes as good as fire. So he becomes entirely, his entire being, consciousness, become transcendental, and he can directly come face to face with the Lord. So, Lord has, Arjuna has asked this question in Bhagavad Gita very clearly. Oh, what is it, Krishna? What do you recommend? The worship of the impersonal or direct engagement in the service, Bhakti Yoga? And Lord says very clearly, oh Arjuna, it is Adhika Klesha Tara, that is the path of the impersonalist. The embodied person is trying to search for the impersonal. That for embodied beings, it is very difficult, Krishna says. So it is, Lord says, worship, direct worship, engaging in the senses, in the worship of the master of the senses. He is Rishikesha, controller of our senses. Then we get to come in direct contact with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Also, Narada Muni has defined Bhakti Yoga as, what is that one? Tatparatvena Sarvopadhi Vinirmuktam Tatparatvena Nirmalam Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. So that is, shed all the designations. That what is your ultimate identity? You are spirit, soul, and servant of Krishna. In that consciousness, you engage your senses in the service of Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam. That is the definition of bhakti as defined by the greatest of all devotees, Narada Muni. And Rupa Goswami has further explained to us, that is, what is that one? Prabhu, please help me. That is Anukulyana Krishna Anushyelanam Bhakti Rottama.
Anyabhilashita.
Anyabhilashita Shunya, sorry, I'm missing. Anyabhilashita Shunya, Jnana Karmadi Anavrata. That is, there is no trace of, taking shelter of jnana or karma. We engage in pure devotional service to the Supreme Pure. That is the means to achieve Bhagavan realization. So here Lord Kapila is once again taking Mother Devahuti into the different paths. And he has already recommended. That is the taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord is the ultimate. So when we go into the further discussion here, Krishna said, what is the, in Bhagavad Gita very clearly, Bhaktyamam apijanati, yavan eschasmi tattvadaha, then that is, you come to me by pure devotional service. And Lord has instructed us that, in 927, that is, yad karosi, yad atsnasi, yad juhosi, dedasi, yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tat kurusha madarpanam. That is, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever welfare work, charities you perform, whatever tapasya, that is austerities you engage in, do it unto me. Very clearly the Lord has said. So one who misunderstands the supreme destination, that is, if you think, oh, Brahmananda, that is great. It is always said that the doll made of salt, it is like the doll made of salt goes to the ocean and want to taste the ocean, and it becomes one with the ocean, and there the ultimate. But bhakti, the exact definition of bhakti, the happiness coming from personal service to the Lord, surpasses even that. Sevananda is the greatest. That is engaging in service to the Lord and experiencing the mellows of devotional service. That is, it is not something, you, the person, with your senses, you are seeing the beautiful form of Krishna in the deity form. You are engaging in hearing his pastimes, chanting his holy names, and then you are going to the holy places and purifying and the holy rivers and hearing from the great sages there. And you can even, Lord Chaitanya has given, Lord Chaitanya is the ultimate in describing and in demonstrating what a devotee's life is. And when we know that it is only 500 years ago that Gauranga has appeared to give the ultimate teaching and to give the simple process of Harinam, Harinam Sankirtan. And he has identified the 5 most important things for us. That is the Harinam, that is Hare Krishna Kirtan, then Bhagavatam, And then association of devotees. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Kaya, Leva Matra Sarva Shastra Kaya, Leva Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Kaya. So that is even the association of, for a split second, with a pure devotee. We will Sarva Siddhi, that is, we have achieved the greatest realization. So, and then residing in a holy place, deity worship and residing in a holy place. And Lord Krishna has said, one who resides in Mathura district, even if he is not following the principles, but he is as dear to me as you, that is Lord Brahma or Lord Rudra and his sons, or Goddess Sri. So, all these things are, completely overwhelming us with the flood of mercy that Lord Gauranga has come to bestow on us. That is, the true jnana is that you are that is Jivara Swarupa hai Krishnara Nitya Dasa. You are an eternal servant of Krishna and your business is to serve Krishna. That whatever your position be, engage in the devotional service of Krishna in Kali Yuga. Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Harer Nam eva kevalam. Kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva getiranyatha. That is no other means. Engage in the devotional service by Sankirtan Yajna. So today, being the last day of the year and tomorrow the beginning of another year, we are planning to have Sankirtana Yajna in temple 4 to 1 a.m. and tomorrow all japa. It shows how much we are convinced and how much we are inviting others to be participating. So this is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. We have just directly heard from Guru Maharaj. The preeminence, the prominence of Srila Prabhupada's mission, how he is the founder Acharya of this Maha movement, or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself inaugurated. So it is all in our hands. Hare Krishna. So shall I end here? Hare Krishna, I think that's what I basically had planned. Did I miss anything? Without bhakti, neither Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga can be successful. And unless one approaches Krishna, the principles of self-realization have no ultimate destination. Lord has said, Gati Bharta Prabhu Sachi Nivasa Sharanam Suhurt Prabhava Pralaya Sthanam Nithanam Bijam Avyayam. I am the destination. I am the maintainer. I am the witness. I am the residence. And Nivasa Sharanam, refuge and best friend and dearmost friend. So I am the undying seed, the soul that is in the residing in this Devaloka, who has by mistake fallen into this material existence. And Lord himself has appeared in this Kali Yuga to reclaim the souls. Hare Krishna, I cannot speak more. I am limited. Please forgive my offenses. Please, questions and comments. And we are already past 8 o'clock. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mathaji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the class.
Hare Krishna.
So when this topic comes, Mathaji, I was also thinking to ask this kind of when Maharaj was giving class, I was
Yes.
thinking as the understanding the process is easy from the bhakti perspective. Compared to the
Yeah.
impersonal process, that's what
Mm,
he said. But
Yes.
just to with our limited
Mm,
conception, what we can
mm,
try to see using our mind. Of course, actually, we had the answer, but from Maharaj and other devotees,
Yes.
very
You have.
difficult or easy from
Mm,
the understanding, okay, impersonal feature of the
mm,
Lord than the
mm.
personal feature of the Lord, right?
Yeah.
Conceptually thinking that, yeah, Supreme Lord is a person.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult. In one sense. So,
Yes. Yes. But in the Bhagavatam itself says, Ye
yeah.
anya aravindacha avishuddha buddhiya. The other conception is
Hmm.
not pure. Bhagavatam condemns.
Hmm.
So, and then, our acharyas teach by example. Huh?
Yeah.
From having heard from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati's letter to his disciple, that is the difficult task is conquering the mind
Hmm.
by the Shabda Brahman, the sound, the ear is the winner.
Yeah.
We have to surrender to the other senses, have to give way and surrender to the ear and listen with the spiritual ear. The sound has to go into the heart and purify and the dust in there. Cheto Darpanam Arjanam is the first line of Shishastakam. We have to engage in this japa practice until that cleansing happens. And then Lord says, such a person is always hearing your glories. Even Prabodhananda Saraswati is saying, for him, Kaivalya Naragayate. Yeah? So that is a very big statement, isn't it? So only when we are personally engaged, like Lord Chaitanya walks Ramananda Raya through the process of self-realization, unless and until when he says, it is to um, engage in the personal service of the Lord. Lord Chaitanya won't give up, eh? We have to engage in the personal service of the Lord.
Thank you for the comment. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Well,
Such a sweet class. As we were hearing Bhakti Vijnana Maharaj, and in that he was saying
mm,
there is just no way other than hearing from someone who has realized it.
yes.
But, and there is just absolutely no way, using our blunt senses. Because somebody asked a question, can we read Bhagavatam on our own?
Yes.
So he said, there is why you take all the help that you need. Hear from someone who has realized it.
Yeah.
And he went on a little further. Actually, it was a very technical class on Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
But he said, how the Bhagavatam, first of all,
Mm,
is very, it's hard to understand.
mm,
One is because it needs a little bit of there's details to it. 2 points he made. One was the language. And
yeah.
then he said that language is Samadhi Bhasha.
No.
It is spoken in ecstasy
No.
by Shukadeva Goswami.
Swami, yes.
So therefore, it can only be understood by somebody who is in ecstasy. So, and then, he needs interpretation, so many other details he gave. But the point he made was that unless we hear from someone who's up there is just no way for us to understand it. So I was thinking, even for us, this conception of personal God is just so high. But we are also fortunate that we have an opportunity to hear
Yeah.
from realized souls.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's a very important addition to what I said. Thank you very much for adding, Mataji. Hare Krishna. And, this, it is said in Lord Brahma's prayers that, when we, just like here in this verse, when we place a diamond in a silver plate and try to appreciate its beauty, it is not going to be so effective as when we place it in a dark blue glass and view it, So similar is the pastimes of the Supreme Lord Krishna in the material, in the darkness of the material world, compared to his own abode, Lord Brahma says. This I picked up just when I was reading recently Lord Brahma's prayers. I think it is from there. So imagine when the Lord comes here and we have the opportunity to hear from him directly the Bhagavad Gita. And before that, what? The Vedas. And they were even more inscrutable for the. So we are so lucky to be born in this page of Kali Yuga after Krishna came and spoke the Bhagavad Gita. And after Lord Chaitanya appeared to, when the dharma is, losing already. So Lord Chaitanya has come to, take us back into his fold. Yes. Only when we study Bhagavad Gita in the association of a spiritual teacher, that is very important. That is Tadviti Pranipadena Pariprasnena Sevaya, or Gurum Eva Bigachet. That is very important. And Lord Prahlad Maharaj says you have to go to Vanam, forest. But we are at least this development in the modern age, the internet is giving us so much facility to have association wherever we are. Even on this tiny phone, we can access so much bhakti, but it is also an instrument of Maya. Anyway, it's very, the scriptures say to come under the influence of a personal acharya is as rare as a log of wood floating in the ocean. Two logs of wood come floating in the ocean come together. So it is, it's very, very fortunate, our situation. And some who else says, I am, Lord Brahma says another thing. Everyone is saying, oh, I know everything about Krishna, I know everything about Krishna. But as far as I am concerned, he is beyond the ranges of my sense of perception, Lord Brahma says. So what we tiny human beings, we have to be completely surrendered in the dust of the lotus feet of the pure devotees. Then only we have get the mercy, and then only we have some scope to understand the Lord, personal form of the Lord. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, what he said, everything is in the name, the form, the transcendental form, the activities, and then the pastimes of the Lord are all in the holy name. So when we go deeper in the holy name, I am just speaking like, I have no clue what that state is. Only then we can experience. We have to be so Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, who lived the life of a renounced, saint, and chanted 9 billion names or something, billion names or something for so many years. So what are we? I mean, I am totally not qualified to speak on that subject. Mataji, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the nice examples and Sanamata.
Hare Krishna.
Sukhdev spoke Bhagavatam in ecstasy. That itself.
We have Shama Sundara Prabhu. Please say something, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for your class. I joined little late. It was just wonderful quoting so many verses and glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam and the opportunity that we have to chant and associate with the elevated devotees. Yeah, it's re-emphasizing the importance of Srimad Bhagavatam that we have and the technology that we can assist in studying this literature is that something I wanted to reiterate and re-emphasize myself.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Glad to have you here.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Such gems of information and such beautiful nectar that you shared with us, like the diamond on the blue background of my mind, dark background of me.
Isn't that so wonderful example? No?
It was such a wonderful example. Yeah. Yeah. And I was thinking of Mahaprabhu. He also said, Bhagavata Parogya Bhagavata Sthane. So, study the Bhagavat with the person Bhagavat.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It is.
Thank you. So grateful for all the association that we have.
Yes, and we very surrendered and take it to whoever we can. If we not, what to do? Hare Krishna, we are distributing books, right? So much. May all those souls become inquisitive and take advantage of the books, transcendental books.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Mataji, we'll end.
Yes. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanandi.
Hare Hare.